Hi, friends. I'm Leo.
I'm Elle.
We wanted to come at you guys today and drop a sort of Valentine's Day themed preview of the podcast that we're hoping to do. We've been together for almost 11 years now. This July will be our 11th year, right?
Yes.
And we've been married for four this July. Yeah. Our wedding anniversary and our anniversary of going out. Because we're lesbians, there's multiple anniversaries, but we clustered them all in July so as to remember them.
Yeah, but we always still forget.
That's true. That's true. So we are working on developing a relationship, intimacy, family, parenting, life podcast, and we wanted to give you guys a little preview of who we are as people, and we're going to do it using these let's get closer relationship building cards.
I feel like I had a great advice for people in relationships. I'm ready for it. I wish we had questions right now.
That brings me to my next point, which is we would love to take questions. So if you have something that you want to talk about, message us, right? We're going to have our links up on social media. You can contact me on TikTok at Reverend Riot. We're going to have all the contact info listed in the notes, in the show notes below here. So you guys can send us questions so that we can discuss them. But we're going to start off by discussing who we are so you guys get a little bit of a feel for us. And we have 3 categories. We have close, closer, and closest. And I think you get into the NSFW category at this point a little bit, perhaps.
These are really personal. I feel
they are very personal.
And also I'm bad at being put on the spot, so I feel like I'm going to it's going to be like I don't know you.
You're just talking to me.
Okay.
All you have to do is you're telling me about you as if I don't know you.
All right.
Do you want to ask me a question first?
Yes.
All right.
I like to have control.
She likes to have control. Duly noted.
Oh, what's something we should do together and why?
I mean, we should definitely record a podcast because...
Why?
Well, I'm getting there.
I got dragged on here.
So yeah, no, you said this was a good idea. You said this was a good idea.
I thought it'd be fun in theory.
And it's going to be fun in practice. I think we should record a podcast together because we've done so many things together. We have 5 children, and some of our children are non-binary, some of our children are queer, some of our children are non-neurotypical. So we've gone through a lot of parenting things. One of our children is actually adopted. So there's a lot of different things that we can talk about within that. Plus, we've worked really, really, really hard on our relationship. Yeah. We put in a lot of work for it. So I think
we've been through some things, and I'm not even saying that in a bad way. It's
no.
just we've been through a lot of different things.
Yeah.
Together.
I feel like at this point in our lives, we've been together for almost 11 years now, and that's a big chunk of life.
That's wild.
Yeah, that's a big chunk of life.
Just a young hot thing when we got together.
I was just a hot young divorcee. But we've been through such a big chunk of life. I feel like, it when you plant a church or start an organization, you're supposed to be there from a child's time in kindergarten to the time they graduate, and that's how that's the time it takes to make a difference. And at this point, I was there at Mikey's first day of school, and now he's in senior high. So we've been together long enough to make a difference, and to have lived through things, and I think we should share that.
Okay.
Yeah. Do I get to ask a question now? What if I just go right for the red?
Do whatever you want.
What is your favorite part of my body?
That's hard to pick.
You have to pick right now. Little Doodle Riley.
It's between lips and eyes, and I can't pick.
Lips and eyes.
Eyes. Yeah. I'll
My
never
dopey
forget
eyes?
on our very first date when we were laying on that black blanket at Rochester Pride, and the grass was behind you, and your eyes were so green.
That was such a good date.
And I was falling in love.
Yeah. And we
on our first date.
On our first
lesbians.
date. On our first date, that was a whole weekend because lesbians, yeah. And we fell asleep holding hands more than one time, and we hadn't even kissed yet.
Yep.
Yeah. That was a great date.
Yeah.
We could do a whole episode just about our first date.
There's a lot of things I like, but I would say your eyes are the best.
They're the windows to my soul. And also my glasses are never clean, which is a fun fact that Elle will tell you about me all the time. Your turn. Look, you did so good. There's nothing to stress about. And if you need it, I have an inhaler right here.
I need to take mine off. No joke. Ooh, what turns you off?
Oh.
I feel like a lot of things turn you off.
Yeah. What turns me off is like inauthenticity.
Yeah,
I
I could have
can't-
said that for you.
You would have picked it for me. We should do a round where we try to answer for each other.
That would be fun.
All right.
Yeah, I would say like people who aren't being completely themselves, not out of like being scared or anything,
Right.
but just from an inauthentic place.
From a more malicious or like hidden type of way, right?
Yeah.
Like it's one thing if someone isn't their full self because they're nervous.
Right.
But like I feel like you weren't your full self on our full
No,
self
'cause I
on our
was like
first date.
this.
Yeah, you were like this, and like you've slowly gotten more like this as we've been together. So, but that didn't turn me off with you. I was like, I want to know this woman. But you're also an exception to like every rule. So
I also feel like someone you can have an intellectual conversation with. You would not enjoy.
yeah, people who are like. Who I can't match with intellectually or just don't have any intellectual pursuit.
Or don't even think deeper than
Yeah.
a pond.
Yeah. I remember one time I had this crush on a girl and like her biggest priority in life was earning money. And that's just like, no, it doesn't rank on my priority list. And so as soon as I found that out, it was like an instant turn off. Like I was no longer attracted to her.
That makes sense.
She
for
was
you.
a Latina for the record though.
Of course she was.
Is it my turn now?
I don't know. Yes.
I wish there was a live audience so
yeah,
we could
I
ask
answered
them.
your question.
Oh, okay, right. All right. I made you do the red the first time, so I'm gonna give you a green, which is the safest, furthest away one, we'll say.
Okay, I love that.
All right. What are the positives in our relationship?
The safest further away ones, and it says close.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's as arm's length as you're gonna get with this desk. With this desk.
What was the question?
What are the positives in our relationship?
That we can communicate about anything without any judgment. That we always have each other's backs, like you're my number one and I'm your number one. And that we're best friends. I could go on and on.
Keep doing it. I love this.
Sex.
I do. Yes.
Because we're vulnerable with each other, I feel like we're able to tell each other what we need and want, even when it comes to sex.
I gotta go. I'm just kidding. No, I think it's important. I'd like to do like a whole episode on that because I feel like, I mean, it's just where we are now in terms of intimacy is so, it was amazing from our first kiss.
Right.
And ironically, I think we both remember our first kiss more than the first time that we had sex, which is kind of funny.
Yeah, we do.
It was in this room.
Lesbians.
Which I was blown away like by your body from the start. But now, you know, a decade plus later, like
Yeah, she's changed a little bit.
she's changed, but more importantly, it's like she's changed
I know.
because we're so much more closer, like intellectually, spiritually, all of that, and a lot more vulnerable. Both of us, not just you, definitely both of us.
My turn.
Your turn.
You're getting red hot then.
I'm getting red hot. Oh,
Spicy. What is your favorite sexual position?
oh, I was gonna save this for the sex and intimacy episode. Now I'm the one who feels put on the spot. Is it hot in here? Is it just me?
I think it's just you.
I don't know. I feel like I'm fairly.
I can answer all of your questions. We
do it.
know each other so well.
I know what I was gonna say. Tell me what you think I was gonna say.
I was gonna say that all sex that we have is good sex, and all like every position would turn you on,
This is accurate.
and I feel like for you it's more like being connected than like what position.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was gonna. My answer was gonna be like I feel like I'm fairly switch. Like it just depends on the moment. I'm very.
We're both very switched.
Yeah. We really are, which is funny.
So it depends how we're feeling.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. It does. I mean, I'm non-binary. Like I feel like I'm non-binary in all aspects of my life, and like, it's the same in regards to intimacy. You know what I mean?
Please, no spicy for me.
No spicy for you?
Or whatever you want.
All right. What is your dream date for us to have together?
I feel like we've fulfilled a lot of them.
So if there's not one that you can think of that we haven't had, what's one that you can think of that we have had that was like a favorite of yours?
I would say in Puerto Rico, on that Cliff restaurant. where you could overlook like the whole ocean and the town, and it was just you and I, and it was romantic.
And we found it completely randomly after our day at Las Pequas. Yes.
Yeah,
That was so
it was like
fun.
a random find, which was super fun. And
Yeah.
that day was just perfect.
Yeah, it really was. There's never to be replicated ever.
No, like literally.
Yeah, literally.
Because of global warming.
Because of global warming, we can't go to this beach anymore because of the red tide. Womp womp.
Womp womp. But it was a great day.
It was really, really dope. I liked that day too. Because it was just like easy, you know what I mean? Well, look at you scooting closer.
I love you.
All right, your turn. She's going for the spicy ones every time, friends.
Oh, this is a good one.
Every time.
What habit of mine drives you crazy?
I thought it was going to be spicy. I suppose it's not the vein I was prepared to go into.
I want to know.
Oh, when you leave your medicine not in the same place.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like, you take it every day, so...
I'm not particularly good at that.
But you've gotten a lot better.
A little better. Now there's only 3 places it can possibly...
That's really good comparatively.
As opposed to anywhere.
Oh, that's really good comparatively. Your organization
What do
has
you
improved.
think mine would be for you?
Leaving things on the counter.
Yep. That's correct.
The amount of boner killer in your voice right there was amazing.
I thought you wouldn't know.
No, I knew right
Because
away.
you continuously do it.
It's because I have to see things to organize them. It's an ADD thing.
Is it your turn? It's your turn.
Yeah, it is my turn.
This is confusing because we're just going all over the place as 2 ADHDers would.
That's okay. I'm gonna go for a yellow again.
Yellow seems safe.
All right. Look in my eyes. Let's try that again. Tell me what you feel.
Oh, anxious.
Why?
Loved. Anxious. Because depression. I feel loved.
Yeah.
Was that the whole thing?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Your turn. Every time she's going for the red.
Oh. Was there ever a time you considered leaving our relationship?
The only time I ever considered leaving our relationship was when you told me I had to.
Oh, okay. All right.
There's been a few, like 19-ish times that Els tried to break up with me, which I now recognize as a defense mechanism.
It was a long time ago.
It was a long time ago. I was going to say that.
Oh, okay.
It was, there was a lot in the beginning of our relationship, which is kind of hard to evaluate because we had 5 kids at home and we were just barely keeping the lights on. And so I feel like it's so hard to separate what was just a stress reaction
Right.
versus what was like happening with us. You know what I mean?
We don't actually get stressed. Like
Not
that.
about this. No. There's been like a big main stressor in our lives has just been my like gender odyssey, if you will. But it seems like neither of us ever actually considered leaving.
No.
It was like we didn't know what was going to happen next, but leaving wasn't an option, which was really weird because we had to learn that there was a third way. Mm-hmm. Right. Thank God. I still feel so guilty about that, but we'll talk about that in another episode.
That's a lot.
It's a lot. This might be a couple episodes. All right. My turn? My turn. I'm giving you spicy now.
Okay.
This is turning into an SFW episode anyways. What is the best way to turn you on?
Love me. I need to be loved. I need you to make me coffee and hug me and touch me and kiss me all day. You do this all the time anyway. I just need your love and attention all day long.
You also like when I massage your butt.
I like a full body massage and a butt massage.
I do the loved thing. You require a lot of like preamble, which is fine. I think that's like establishes safety. I can't say that I don't feel the same way. You know what I mean? Yeah. But definitely touch your butt.
Definitely.
If I massage your butt or your shoulders, like, and work my way down
but not
to your
like
butt.
soft touch.
No, she does not like soft touch.
You need to like get in there.
In there?
Is Jill watching this?
I don't know.
I didn't mean in there. I don't like necessarily. Okay. Next question. I already know the answer to these. Do you want to talk about it anyway?
Oh yeah, we can talk about it
Do
anyways.
you believe in monogamy?
Wait, one more time for the folks that might not be.
Do you believe in monogamy?
I feel like because, and you probably know this answer, but I'm going to say it anyways for the benefit of our friends watching. I feel like because I was super Christian and then realized I was queer, there's a process in my life where I had to strip everything back down to the core and then decide, like, how do I still feel about this? And so I had to do the same thing for monogamy. Like, just as I realized that compulsory heterosexuality is a social construct, it's not necessarily innate. I think this is the same way for monogamy. Like, I think monogamy is a social, like, classification maybe, and you can be monogamous, but you don't have to be monogamous. But in my stripping back and then rebuilding, I realized I was monogamous, but I don't think that you have to be.
Right.
That one has to be.
Right. It's a spectrum, just like all other things.
Yeah, it's very non-binary. Ready?
How many of these are we doing?
Well, it looks like we got about 40 more to go.
No. Oh no.
I got a wild card, folks. I don't know. I don't think the camera will focus on this. No. Okay. I was going to let you read it before Elle saw it.
Oh no.
But it doesn't seem like that's an option. Let's try it anyways.
No, I feel nervous.
Let's see if the camera will pick this up if I put it close enough.
Ha, it won't, because I'm peeking.
Gosh darn it. All right, I was going to try to give you guys a read before Elle got one, but here we are. The question is,
I have to pee all of a sudden.
do you think you can take off my underwear without using your hands?
Yeah, I would just use my monkey toes. Hello?
That went sideways.
Have you met me?
That went sideways. I think it was supposed to be a bit more sexual, but...
I figured.
Wow.
Oh.
That was a lot of build-up.
But yeah, I can try. I won't use my toes. I can try next time, but I'll put my toes away. I promise.
Someone's going to be watching this video and be like, use the toes!
What's your top 2 love languages?
I feel like I just actually need all the love.
I know.
I think my top 2 love languages have got to be physical touch for sure.
Yep.
For sure.
I would have said that first.
I always have a hard time establishing a second. What would you rate as my second?
Words of affirmation, maybe?
That's what I was like leading towards.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I would think so.
The fact that you said it means it's probably my second.
I also feel like ours has changed over the years.
For
which
sure.
is interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has. Because I feel like words of affirmation used to be one of mine, and now I'm like,
I'll literally say I love you, and she's like, I know.
Yeah, like I'm confident in our relationship. So like, it's acts of services for me for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. What was my second one? What do you think's my second one?
I think physical touch is up there for you too.
No.
It is.
No, it's not.
Listen, this is why. Because if you're having a trauma response or you're having a really bad day or something, you've literally told me like...
Yeah, but that's not like daily.
No. But I think it's more important than you realize.
Ugh.
Because you used to just shut down and there was no way for me to reach out to you. But now, like, you've explained to me.
I also like presents.
I'm trying to say something deep here, and she's like, I like presents.
I do.
I was just trying to say that I feel like now you've explained to me that, like, in a moment when you're pushing me away, what you actually need is for me to reach out and touch you. Like, physical touch.
I can't believe I actually told you that.
She did. She told me that. But it's like you need a tangible thing.
Yes.
Which I think is really interesting because, like, that's a trauma coping strategy, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
That
like see something, smell
yes,
something.
that's what I was just trying to think. What I don't remember what its name, but something you can see, something you can smell, something you can taste, something you can touch, right? Like these sort of tactile feelings are supposed to draw us out of trauma responses, and what you need in that moment is like actual touch.
Yes, I also like presents.
She also likes presents.
But what I mean by presents is like you'll be at the store and you'll find me something teeny tiny, literally, that made you think of me, not like just buying me things because I want them.
Right. Yeah. Like thoughtful.
Yes, like thoughtful, tiny.
Like a symbol that I was
thinking. It could be like 50
of,
cents.
Yeah.
Do you feel loved?
Yes.
Did I just ask you 2 in a row?
I don't know. It's okay though.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Through and through?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Means I'm doing my job.
Especially after all of the communication we've been doing around intimacy lately, like I just feel like you're hearing me and I'm saying things that I didn't even know how to articulate before. So I feel like it's really like filling out that component of our relationship for me.
You know I feel loved because that's the first thing I felt when I looked in your eyes.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, this is a great question.
Which means I'm gonna hate it.
How have I healed you?
Oh, ew. I already feel like I'm gonna cry. I don't like this one.
It's okay. If you cry, it's okay.
You healed me in like, nope. Skip.
No, skip.
Skip.
No, talk to me.
You've healed me in so many ways. And your mom, too. Just by being the parent I always needed. Not you, your mom. And you by just listening to me. Like when I think or feel something, you actually listen. That's wild. That's why I love Tracy Lynn, too, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
But you actually listen to things and care about what I have to say. And nobody's ever, in my entire life, has ever cared.
That's wild to me because you're like the best person I've ever met.
I was used to being invisible. Like, I'd be a flower on this fall.
Mm-hmm.
And I was really comfortable being invisible.
You were really comfortable being invisible. I'm not very good at letting people be invisible, though.
No, I'm really not.
Nope. I'll be with someone who I've met 1, 2, 3 times in person. We'll be at a bar, and I'm like, everybody else is having a conversation about the drinks, and I'm in the corner with this person, like, so what was your deepest childhood trauma? And people tell me these things.
You actually don't even have to ask that question.
That people like just say it to me.
Yeah, you're just like, tell me more. And then everything comes out.
Yeah.
You're a good leader.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could lead a cult if you wanted to.
My kids did say that I would be a bomb ass cult leader, and I said, maybe let's steer clear of that. All right. I'm going to give you a green one. Where else in the world would you want to live?
Anywhere else.
I knew that was going to be your answer. Literally anywhere other than where we live.
Yeah. Like, the United States isn't... God bless America. I just would rather be in a different country where there's healthcare for everyone. You don't get murdered for being LGBTQ+.
Mm-hmm.
Where we could kiss anywhere, be married anywhere, and not. That's probably a fantasy. Anywhere but the U.S. Yeah. Not anywhere.
But a place that fit all of those.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, the U.S.
Also, somewhere warm would be nice.
That'd be so great. I feel like the U.S. could be that, but we just don't care to.
No, I think we absolutely could. Don't get me started.
Next question.
Okay. Are you happy with the level of intimacy in our relationship?
I think we're trending in that direction.
So no.
I always want more.
I know.
But it's not bad. We are so much more intimate than we used to get to be.
I feel like Intimacy just doesn't mean sex either.
Correct.
It means like, I feel like I've become a lot more intimate over the last like couple of years even.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like your level of willingness to engage in intimacy increased to the degree that your healing increased.
Yes.
They were connected.
Yes.
So connected. Did you ask the last question? Is it my turn? Is it my turn?
Wait. Just ask me another one. Ask me another one. You asked me 3 in a row, I think.
Do you feel emotionally close to me?
Yes. Like, I feel like we're emotionally one person. I don't think we can get any closer emotionally.
Oh, that's really funny.
Right? Like, we're really close.
Yeah. We do spend all of our time together. We work together. We live together. We share a car. We derby together.
We eat together. We sleep
eat
together. Yeah, I feel like sometimes I know what you're feeling before you do.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you know what I'm feeling before I do.
Mm-hmm.
It's wild. It's cool, though.
It's because I pay attention.
Yeah, just don't die.
Okay.
Please.
Oh.
You're asking me tons in a row.
Yeah, I am. I'm just going for it since we're both talking about them.
Okay.
What can we do to improve our physical intimacy?
Go on vacation more.
Go on vacation.
Yeah, but I don't have anything else to worry about.
Yeah. It's accurate.
I feel like we're pretty physically intimate.
Yeah. And I feel like we are, and we're trending in that direction too. You know what I mean? More in like in a, I don't know. I hate to say the like idea of phase, but in some ways it feels like we're back in the beginning of like discovering with each other, but with the benefit of like 10 years of
rediscovering.
Yeah, like rediscovering.
Yeah. I like that.
Recently, we used to have all 5 of our kids in the house, and now our oldest one is 25 and our youngest one is 15. So we don't have kids in the house as much as we did, which has been dramatically beneficial for our physical intimacy.
Yeah, that's true.
Are there any conflicts that we've had in the past that you feel are unresolved?
No. Besides you putting stuff on the counter. But no, honestly, I don't think so. Do you?
I don't think so.
I can't think of any.
Mm-mm. I can't think of, because we talked about the you pushing me away component. Mm-hmm. That was probably the biggest.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a good one.
What is it?
What is the pain in me that you wish you could heal?
The pain of feeling like too much but not enough at the same time.
Ugh. All the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
What about me?
I wish I could heal your need for parental love and oversight. Like I wish that's something I could do, because I know no matter how much I love you, I cannot do that.
Right. It's fine.
Elle's parents sucked. That's another episode.
Yeah, that's another episode.
That's a good question. I like that one.
Did I nail it for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
You did. Let's see.
Oh, now you're weeding through.
Yep.
Now. Cheater.
It's a curated list now. What would you like to do more of sexually?
I feel like you always do whatever I want sexually.
That is accurate.
So I'm not sure what I would want more of. Butt massages? What do I want more of? I don't know. I feel like I can tell you exactly what I want. What about you?
I want to play with those new toys that I got us.
Well, yeah. Obviously, but we're going to.
Where on your body is your favorite place to be kissed and touched?
I feel like my shoulders. Like the backs of my shoulders. That's weird. Like my shoulders.
Nothing is weird. It just is.
I like that.
For kisses and touches? I just learned something new.
I don't like the knock. It makes me do this.
Yeah.
But I like it.
Like the tops of your
like
shoulders
all
or the
around
backs?
here, both.
All right.
Like my whole shoulder. Yeah, I like it. What was the question?
Where on your body is your favorite place to be kissed and touched?
I feel like I could touch you anywhere you melt.
Yeah, I do love touch. I like my hip crease, though.
I do too.
You do? You like my hip crease?
I do. Yes, I do.
And again, I gotta go.
I like to kiss it and touch it.
I like that a lot.
And also, I like it when we touch each other's faces because I feel like that's just not a thing. You're not like, hi, how are you?
Yeah, no, I agree.
Like it's intimate.
Like, unless you're an esthetician,
Right.
a doctor, you know what I mean? Like, you don't just go up in public and touch other people's faces. It's like an intimate gesture. So, I like that too a lot. You should do it again. Oh, God. I just want to tear this question up.
Oh.
We can just blaze past it if you want to.
No, do it.
How has having or not having children affected our relationship?
I died.
Well, I mean, we had children from the beginning. So not having children has affected our relationship incredibly.
Yeah, I feel like that's a whole other, like,
Yeah.
I feel like I'm still just calming down from that.
Mm-hmm.
Like being triggered all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm still kind of processing what it's like not having any kids in the house.
Mm-hmm. That's very
It'll
fair.
be a while before I like decompress and actually am able to understand it or talk about it.
All right, let's do 2 more. Got it? 2 more.
Okay.
Just making sure you're good with that.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. Next question is, how do we work through conflict?
Talk and talk and talk and talk. And then we talk.
You're a lesbian. You should have expected a lot of talking.
I actually didn't know how difficult it would be to date a girl.
You didn't?
No. Ours is just not talking and dating boys. And some part of me was very comfortable with that.
No. Well, because you didn't have to be vulnerable.
No.
There was...
It was great.
They literally didn't even realize that you weren't being vulnerable.
No.
That's so wild.
I don't think any of them realized that they never knew who I actually was.
I want to do a whole episode on that because I feel like I have exclusively had relationships with women. I have never had a comparison to have with a boy.
I'm probably the boyest boy.
You're the boyest person I've been with. That's so accurate. Like, I don't even have a frame of reference. And so when I hear people say things about later in life lesbians or people who are lesbians that have dated men or been in a relationship with men first, it's incomprehensible to me.
So many talking about feelings. Ugh,
with girls, right? Just to clarify.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's just a fucking lot.
Mm-hmm.
What was the question even? How do we get there?
How do we work through conflict?
Oh, yeah, talking.
All right, last question. What is the next chapter in our relationship?
Ooh, it could be anything. I'd like to do what we've been doing, which is traveling and making new friends. Because, I feel like we went through a spell where we just didn't have really good, close friends.
We had, no friends.
And that was really hard. And then, we just said it out loud, and then we met so many wonderful people.
Mm-hmm.
And lots of sex.
So much.
Traveling, sex. I feel like that we're in our, enjoy period.
which is interesting.
It's like our dating
Yeah,
experience.
we like parented and now we're dating, like, because we didn't get to date before.
Right.
So it very much feels like we're dating, which is why it's actually kind of interesting because we have more history than people who are just a couple, but we're also still like exploring things in regards to intimacy or
together,
what we like to do. Like, these are things that we're just learning, but we have 10 years of history to back it up.
I feel like also a lot of moms don't even know what they like to do, especially if they had kids when they were young. Like, I had my first one at 20, and I never just had time to even sit and think about what would I do with my free time.
Mm-hmm.
What would that look like and how would it feel?
Yeah,
So
definitely.
discovery.
Yeah, for sure. I think the next chapter of our relationship, I see us, I hope that we can both move in some new directions career-wise. Because we both have passions that lie. For those of you who are watching and don't know us, we own a salon together. And we have for 8 or 9 years now. So yeah, something like that. From the moment I got my cosmetology license, we went into business together. So we've been together for my whole career. But now I feel like we both have other things that we want to pursue, and not at the expense of hair, because we'll probably still always do hair. But there are other things in our life that we want to like manifest or bring into fruition. And so I think for us, the next chapter is like supporting each other in that, which will be sad because I love getting to hang out with you all day, every day.
I know that. I feel like whatever we end up doing, we'll end up doing it together.
Intertwined.
Somehow.
Yeah. For sure. I feel like because we started off as like self-employed creatives, we'll probably like continue in that vein, which means to some degree we'll always still be like a part of each other's career life and stuff. And nothing that you want to do or that I want to do is completely separate or outside of each other's interest. Yeah.
Like, literally, we just want to help people be themselves in the best way.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even with dueling,
Mm-hmm.
like, I just want to help people.
Yeah. We have the same passions, I think, which is like funny because we came from such dramatically different settings, but we have like the core things that underlie are so incredibly complementary, and we value the same things in life. We want the same things in life and for the world, and we want to be a part of creating those in the world. So I feel like those things keep like weaving us closer together.
Yeah. I'm not going to do a 9 to 5 or something where I'm just away from you all day. Dumb. No.
Not happening.
No. Next.
Next. All right, friends. Well, that's our first podcast. How do you feel about that?
That was weird.
Did you notice that I asked more about feelings?
It's a lot of feelings.
It's not as hard as it looks, huh?
No, it's not.
It's not. We just
It's
talked.
really not.
We just talked occasionally to the camera, mostly to each other. So we're gonna be back with more conversation. We'd love to answer questions. Like I said, we've been through so many things, so we'll probably do a couple episodes where we just talk about things we know we want to talk about, but we would really love to like hear what other people want to hear about, whether it's from our story or like you want us to discuss this thing so that we can, like create a conversation around it. We'd like to hear from the people who watch this. Do you have anything you want to add?
No.
All right, friends, we'll put all of our contact information in the show notes for the podcast and in the YouTube description for the video, and we hope to hear back from you.
Bye. I gotta pee.